Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into the chilling narrative of the Göhrde murders, sometimes called the Forest of the Dead, based on the sources you've shared.
Yeah.
Our mission is really to untangle how a brutal killer managed to terrorize this peaceful German forest for decades, and the very unique, difficult path to finally getting some justice.
Right. It kicks off in 1989 during this really intense heat wave that hit Lower Saxony's Göhrde Forest. It's huge, this place. And this, normally pretty serene hunting ground, it just transforms into this awful crime scene. What's quite striking is how well the killer seemed to know the area.
How so?
Well, using its natural hollows to sort of muffle gunshots, the landscape itself almost became an accomplice. And paradoxically, the dryness helped preserve some clues, but it also sped up decomposition quite a bit, which created some really peculiar challenges for the investigators early on.
The real terror, it seems, began July 12th, 1989. That's when they found Ursula and Peter Reinhold. The bodies were badly decomposed. They'd likely been killed, nearly 2 months earlier?
Yeah, end of May, probably.
But here's where it gets truly chilling. That same day, July 12th, just 800 meters away from that first discovery, Ingrid Warmbier and Bernd Michael Kupping were murdered.
While the police were right there.
Exactly. The audacity of striking again, literally while police are on the scene processing the first crime. I mean, that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
It really does. And if you connect the dots, both couples were middle-aged, their bodies were hidden away, cars stolen.
Right, and then abandoned near train stations.
Precisely. That pattern, it pointed pretty strongly to a single, very calculating predator. But, despite this huge manhunt, interviewing thousands of people, nothing. Just dead ends initially.
So what were those early obstacles, do you think? I mean, eventually they built a profile, right? And this cemetery gardener, Kurt Werner Wichmann, he popped up on the radar.
He did. He had a documented history of violent sexual offenses.
He fit the description pretty well, it sounds like. Even had flexible time off that lined up with the murders.
Perfectly. But then, almost inexplicably, he was dismissed. Why? Because one eyewitness claimed the suspect didn't wear glasses.
Seriously. Just that.
Just that. And it really raises this huge question about investigative blind spots, The danger of locking on to one detail or maybe a tunnel vision.
Yeah, that tunnel vision seems critical here because around the same time, Birgit Meyer vanished nearby.
Exactly. And her brother, Wolfgang Seeloff, who was actually a senior police investigator himself, highly respected.
Oh, wow.
He had to watch basically helplessly as the local police just fixated on her estranged husband. That narrow focus, it turned out to be absolutely catastrophic, allowed the real killer to just slip away.
So they missed Wichmann early on, but the investigation did eventually circle back to him, right? It took until 1993, though.
It did. 1993, they finally searched Wichmann's home, and what they found there was, deeply disturbing.
Like what?
A secret, soundproof room hidden away. An absolute arsenal of weapons, guns, knives, restraints, and even a buried Ford sports coupe in the garden.
Buried with bloodstains.
Apparent bloodstains, yes. And cadaver dogs alerted multiple times to the scent of human remains on the property. It paints a chilling picture.
So they arrest him.
They arrest him. But just 10 days later, he commits suicide in prison. Hangs himself.
And the case stalls again.
Worse than stalls. What's truly astonishing, maybe even shocking, is that after his suicide, authorities actually disposed of key evidence.
Disposed of it, like threw it away.
Including Wichmann's car, much of its contents, things collected from the house. It's hard to fathom. It wasn't just like a mistake, it suggests a systemic failure, maybe institutional inertia actively blocking the path to justice, effectively burying the case along with Wichmann.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But thankfully that wasn't the end. You mentioned Birgit Meyer's brother, Wolfgang Seeloff.
Yes, he refused to give up. He just wouldn't let his sister's case die, or these other murders remain unsolved. After he retired in 2002, he put together this private dream team.
A dream team.
Yeah, forensic experts, lawyers, investigators, all working pro bono for free. For over a decade, they fought the bureaucracy, pushed to reopen files, meticulously re-examined everything.
And they found her.
They did. In 2017, after years of pushing and finally getting access to search Wichmann's old property again, they found Birgit Meyer's skeletal remains, hidden in a mechanic's pit, under concrete beneath the garage.
Wow, after all that time.
And then came the modern science. DNA testing provided the irrefutable link. Trace hairs found in one of the Göhrde victims' cars back in '89.
Yeah.
They matched Wichmann's DNA profile and Birgit Meyer's blood. found on handcuffs recovered from that secret room years earlier.
So that finally confirmed it. Wichmann killed all 5.
It seems certain. The big remaining question, though, is the car conundrum. Someone had to drive Wichmann's car away from the Göhrde crime scenes after he'd stolen the victims' cars. Who was it?
An accomplice.
Suspicion falls heavily on his younger brother. He owned the land where Wichmann lived, knew about the secret room apparently, but he remains stubbornly silent to this day. He's never been charged.
So this whole deep dive, it really shows how one person's incredible persistence, Sealast's persistence, can finally unravel decades of police failures and just bureaucratic roadblocks.
Absolutely.
And Wichmann, he might be one of Germany's most prolific serial killers. They're re-examining hundreds of other cold cases now, looking for his signature.
Yeah, it's a chilling thought. This story just powerfully highlights how easily crucial information can get overlooked, maybe due to bias, maybe just error, and how vital individual determination can be. You need someone to force the system to look at uncomfortable truths sometimes.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other cold cases are just sitting there waiting for someone with fresh eyes, that same kind of dedication to just re-examine the original files?
Exactly. This case is such a profound reminder that, there's always more to learn, always possibilities, and sometimes getting justice isn't a sprint, it's definitely a marathon.